Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the roundtable discussion. I'm here with Vernon, Bryce, and Seb. We're talking about the Niner Jet 9 Carbon, not to be confused with the Jet 9 RDO, just a little different frame. This is a little different carbon, a little lower price point, a little bit heavier, but that was kind of one of my favorite things about the concept in this frame is that of the reasons to go to carbon, I mean, everyone, you know, they do carbon rocker plates, carbon bars, carbon seat posts because it's light, you know. But I think of the reasons to go to carbon, lightweight is really low on the list, especially with full suspension, big wheels. There's just more going on, and with how stiff and responsive carbon can be. Like that's the way to do it, and you don't need to throw all sorts of money at chasing grams. I mean, it's about the ride.
So about improving the ride quality.
Yeah, exactly. So and I think this bike does that really well. It was one of my favorites.
This one still has a real good componentry high points as well, didn't it? I mean, even the SLX, I think we were all really impressed with the crisp, clean shifting.
And the Deore brakes, which no one's gonna go to the trailhead and brag about having Deore brakes, but they work great.
And then the Shadow Plus being on the SLX now.
Yeah.
And the American Classic wheel set on there.
Yeah,
tubeless comes out for tubeless. Again, talking about ride quality, we only get the lower pressures, which is fantastic. I mean, the industrial design on the bike is amazing. You look at it, it does not look like one of the most affordable carbon fiber bikes out there. It's impressive. It's a beautiful bike. I think the ride quality is excellent too. It's fast, it's efficient, it's good under pedaling. You know, another short dual link bike, VPP stylish kind of thing going on there. The handling is a little fast. It's kind of razor sharp, you know, and I think you either love that or hate it. There are a lot of people who are really into cross-country racing who like that. For me, a little faster up front, but it's totally in keeping with the category.
And you mentioned the handling, and I noticed that too. But you put like a talus fork on it, or if you just want to be able to rock and roll downhill with it, just put a straight 120 mil fork on it. The other thing I like about it is that it is the floating pivot design. So many of our favorite bikes blur that XC trail category, so this one definitely can do that. I was surprised to hear that it had as long a chainstay as it did, though. Was it 17.9?
17.9, which I was surprised as well because it didn't feel cumbersome in the tighter sections. But it did feel really great at high speeds. Like again, going down Joe's Ridge, which is really fast, it felt great in stutter bumps and high speeds. And Seb pointed out that could be because the wheelbase is a little bit longer than some of the other bikes out there. In fact, let's see here. I think the wheelbase on that is 44 inches, which for an XC bike is pretty long. So yeah, but it didn't feel like
when you're maybe if you're doing a long XC race, you're setting that setup a long time, you start getting fatigued. Like having that stability could be a really good thing.
Yeah. Gives you a margin of error, particularly at speed.
Yeah. So, I think it was probably the fastest bike in a straight line out of all of them.
I think I would agree with that.
Minor gripe, even on the large, there's not a lot of seat post insertion. Especially if you have a medium, you have to have a dropper post. But for an affordable, full carbon, and not full front triangle, full carbon front and rear carbon bike, it's got something for everyone. You can make it XC, you can make it trail, and it's going to do a great job at doing both and build it however you want.